Welcome back to Garage Talk. Very special episode because we have Mr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with us. Finally. But we're pumped. We're about to have a fun episode. It's a good time. Mississippi vibes are strong.
No doubt.
And the way that we start this thing up, man, is with something called the Chef Sampler. So you know me, I'm Garage Guy Chase. Yeah. This is Chef Boy. All right, this is Drew. Drew Dean, but we call him Chef Boy Ardeen.
Chef Boy, okay, Ardeen. I like that.
Yeah.
So you're the cook.
He is
something like that.
He cooks up winners for us. Yeah. So you know a little bit about like what we do. Like we do a lot of sports betting. We bet on you guys and we try to make money. Last week was horrible because we had all of our money on Larson, and then right there
at the end,
the dirty air trick.
Stole it from you.
It hurt, man.
Logano hit him with that dirty air, so
no doubt.
I love it. Bob Pockers didn't seem to think so. I think that him and Logano just have like something going on.
Affected Kyle for sure.
Yeah, and you know all about that. I can't wait to like dig into that stuff with you. We're going to talk all about that, and of course, we're going to talk about the Bristol Dirt Race a little bit. But we're going to hit you up with the Chef Sampler. So we do this to kind of like just set the mood, get the vibes right, and he's going to hit you with some with some. I guess it's pretty fairly easy questions. I'm going to let Chef Boy explain.
Yeah, they're like yes or no questions, or just either or questions, Ricky.
Okay, so, I'm good with those. I like them.
Rapid fire, and you can just do them. If you want to elaborate, you can, or we can do them quick, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Jordan or LeBron?
I kind of ramble, so I might add to the question, but go ahead.
That's totally fine. We ramble all the time. So,
big ramble boys.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Manning, Brady, or Rodgers?
Dude. They're all so good. I'm gonna go with Brady. Can't go wrong.
That's the easy answer, and
it's the easy answer. Like, you know, if you would have thrown Eli in there, I had to go Eli, obviously.
Hotty toddy boy.
Yeah, but I figured you were talking about Peyton.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big Brady guy, so Eli's like the Achilles heel of Brady, so that's kind of cool.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 2 Super Bowl wins and all that. It's like, but not near the amount of regular season wins that any of the other ones have.
Right.
So weird how that works.
It is.
Yeah. I feel like Eli hit that cliff a little quicker than some other guys. I don't know. He peaked a little early, but he still had a great career.
Love it. Get your trophies, get your wins, at least knock them out of the way early.
Right. Secure the bag while you're doing it. Made a lot of money while he was doing it. So, and this is a Netflix-based question. I don't know if you watch TV. So, Office or Parks and Rec?
Never seen either one.
Okay.
I did not become a big Netflix guy until I watched Longmire. Like, that was my first Netflix show.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
Longmire is like a knockoff version of Yellowstone, but Longmire was around before Yellowstone started. So, like, if you watch Longmire, you're going to be like, man, I think Yellowstone kind of stole a little bit of ideas from them. That's my feeling.
Okay. We're big Yellowstone guys, so I think that that's definitely – okay, that's on the list. All right, and this is another one. I think we need to add this to the sampler. Are you a fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Never seen it. So I'm not a big movie guy or like TV show guy.
Okay.
Like, I watch sports, and I got a random weirdness that people probably don't know. I will sit in the mornings, eat breakfast, or I'll come in, make lunch after working out, and I watch YouTube videos of stuff going on in Ghana, Somalia, like all these random places that like I know I'll probably never go, but like I'm interested to kind of see what's like going on around the world. And so
like an Al Jazeera guy.
Yeah, like this stuff just like intrigues me. So like I watch a lot of stuff on like the cartels in Mexico because I think that's like so fascinating.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. They used to call me Mario Escobar.
I love Narcos on Netflix. Narcos was my first thing I ever watched on Netflix.
Okay, when I put the red hat on, I have the good mix. Netflix. If you ever see me with a red hat on, I have a Pablo Escobar and a Super Mario thing going on. So they call me Mario Escobar.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
We think we could do, Ricky, we think that we could do Mario and Luigi for Halloween. You think we could pull that off?
Yeah, sure. You're gonna have to do a little more work, but
yeah.
I mean, maybe busy. I don't know if you grow a beard, but you might want to not shave for a while.
Yeah, I just shaved this morning. I had to make sure I was.
Okay. All right.
But I feel like I could do the Luigi. You know, he's the Mario, clearly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Y'all can pull that off for sure.
I told you we'd get off on a rant there.
This is gonna be fun.
Beer or bourbon or neither?
Vodka.
Okay.
Or tequila.
Left field curveball. Did not take you for a vodka guy, man.
Yeah. So I have I've tasted beer here and there, and I'm like, I just can't do it. Like you said, you had Larson on the other day, right? Same.
He's a Captain Morgan guy.
Captain guy. Yeah, he's a captain guy. So we're similar. Like we have our drinks that we stick to. Bourbon, like my dad's a bourbon drinker, and a lot of my buddies are, but like I don't know, I just can't get into it. I wish I could. Like you watch like. Have you seen Hell on Wheels on Netflix?
Nope.
I think is that about Hell's Angels?
No, it's about them building the railroad to the West. They're like racing the Pacific, trying to.
I know what you're talking about.
Such a great show. But, they sit around and they're sitting there and, they just pour bourbon in their little shot glass and just drink it and, just chilling with the boys. And I'm like, dang, that's tough right there.
Yeah.
My preferred shot is tequila for sure. If I have to pick a shot, I'm going tequila personally.
Yeah. I don't drink anymore, but I love the taste of beer.
Honestly, like beginning of COVID, we had some good, get-togethers here at the house. But since then, man, I'll have a drink here and there, but I kind of like back her down and staying a little more focused here lately.
It's showing too. I can't. Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
All right, now what? All right. So what's another question?
Do it myself or delegate and manage?
Most of the time, do it myself. Whoa, my dog is like really wanting in right now.
Bring him in.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I knew the chef sampler was going to take a long time right off the bat.
This is great. You guys are here. You're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Ricky's going to get the dog.
Sorry. Yep.
He's back.
I fed her this morning, but I left and she doesn't. I think she like has separation anxiety, so she like doesn't eat until I get back, and now she's hungry. So, but yeah, like so. No, I like to do a lot of work myself, mainly because like, when you tell somebody to do something or have them do it, like you're just sitting there watching, like I wouldn't have done it that way. Like,
same guy.
Like it frustrates you more. So I like to do it myself.
I'm here for it.
Nice. The next one we have is money or influence.
As in, what do you mean by influence?
I guess like being in a position of power, being able to get what you need done. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have a lot of money to go sit on, a retirement house and chill, and that's all you care about, or do you want to keep kind of that power if you had it?
Yeah, I don't need the power. Like I would rather just go off, do my own thing.
Nice.
Forget the rest of the world.
I figured that would be your answer on that one.
Forget the rest of the world. I definitely. I mean. Basically, you're asking money or be in politics, and I
yeah, for sure.
Big money guy.
Favorite sport to watch outside of motorsports?
Probably golf. Watch a lot of golf, but because I golf a lot myself, so I would say that. Other than playoff hockey is something that I always enjoy. Really, other than that, other than like college football, which I don't really catch a lot of because I'm, normally doing something on Saturdays. Well, I used to practice and stuff. So I'd say golf and college football.
Larson's a big golfer. So I know you guys are buddies. You guys golf a lot.
Yeah.
And then hockey's the one that we got all last season. So
yeah, I don't know. I got buddies that are huge hockey guys. And I think maybe that's why I watch a little bit more than like I would probably normally do. But like playoff hockey is like so intense and like, I don't know, it's just fun to watch. Always action going on. So that's real. Like I won't sit and watch like just a regular season hockey game. So
it's the last one we got. Hypothetical scenario, final 2 laps, the restart. Most satisfying person to pass for the race win. And you can take this any direction you want. It can be a rival. It can be like a best friend. Just hypothetical scenario.
I would probably say, like at Talladega when we won, we passed Kyle Busch late in those few laps. And, there were so many fans that came up and was like, God, I'm glad you beat him. And so like, I guess that's the guy, right? Like you gain more fans beating him or Joey Logano. Right. Like you just gain fans. So I would say one of those two.
It comes heavy for sure. So when you go to Dega, like obviously you've been in the Boulevard and stuff.
Yeah.
There's this guy that's there every year. Okay. And so like, that's like basically my home track. It's where I go all the time. Yeah. So the guy that wears the sign, the Kyle Busch is a douchebag.
Yeah.
You know that guy?
I mean, I don't know him. I know what you're talking about.
Seen that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy is in it to win it. Like every year.
No doubt. Like if Kyle Busch crashes, like that guy's day is made. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, so, and you get those fans, like they'll be like, hey, do me a favor, crash Kyle Busch this weekend. Do me a favor, crash Logano this weekend. Like, just don't let them win. Like so many people tell you that, and it's crazy. But obviously, the reason why is they're really good and they win and they're tough. So
you got to respect them.
Yeah, I guess I'd kind of like to be in their shoes.
It's surprising how much you and Kyle Larson's answers were the same, which is really cool. We never had two people that's so in sync. So I guess you guys.
Well, like a lot of people get him and I confused all the time. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can see like a low key resemblance, but like it's like from like right now, like where I'm at, like I can low key see it. You definitely got the beard going stronger.
Yeah, but definitely when we both have the scruff going, hats on, and like in our suits, because we both there for a long time had blue suits all the time, and so it was like they'd be like, Kyle, and I would keep walking, and I would tell them, I'm like, dude, I probably just made some of your fans mad. I just kept walking.
You've completed the chef sampler. I want to ask him how he feels. Like that's our intro.
I like the sampler. The sampler is good. I mean, it kind of like gets it going, breaks the ice, get to chat a little bit. And I feel like people probably found out a lot about me right there.
That's it. And that's what it's all for. So it was established, it's done, it's beautiful. And now we'll just get into the chatter. So we're here. I guess it's fitting to like kind of start off of like how the garage guys and the whole Ricky Stenhouse Jr. social media thing started.
Yeah.
So I've known you for many years. Like my dad was a huge NASCAR fan. I grew up going to Talladega. I knew you mainly in the 17 car with Roush. And so you had just moved to JTG. It was your first year there. You get to pole at Daytona.
Yeah.
And we were really heavily football before we went NASCAR. So I would do this thing because there's this Taco Bell that's like close to my hometown where I can drive through it and literally make up anything I want and just randomly, and they just buy it. And they're like, okay, yeah. And you keep going. So
that's awesome.
I did it with, I did it. Some people were like, that's stealing. I'm like, no, I mean, it's just, promotions.
Working the angle. Just working the angles.
That's it. Like, so we did this thing with like George Kittle, where like in our fantasy football leagues, I'd be like, oh, I started George Kittle in the fantasy football playoffs. I'm here to get a free Doritos Locos Taco. It happened. They gave it to me. So NASCAR season comes in. I'm getting ready to go. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to this Daytona, dude. It's my first Daytona 500 where I met you at, actually.
Yeah.
And we had just kind of established the whole media passes thing. So like, I hate that COVID hit because we would have probably hung out a lot more
No doubt.
over the past year. But yeah, so we did that, and I rolled through there, and I did the I'm here to get my Nacho Fries for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Had no idea you were a fan of Nacho Fries, by the way.
Dude, big fan. Yeah.
I don't think anybody can't be a fan of Nacho Fries. They're just that good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But we do that. You end up retweeting it, which was dope because like that was like right when we were kind of like really digging deep into NASCAR.
Yeah.
And then from there, I get there that night. I just look at you, just right in the eyes. I'm just like Nacho Fries, and you just like, yeah, you're that guy.
Yeah.
That was dope, man. And then but to see you get the pole, man, like fast car, dude, and that race. And super speedways you've always been really, really good at. You got the dirt background and everything, and then you being from Mississippi is another thing that we kind of know you for. And if you look really good at Chef and what he's wearing right here, can you see that?
See the old Gardner.
Yeah. I had to wear it, and I actually worked out this morning, and I had to wear the black shirt underneath it just to get the contrast. So you can see it. But
I like it. It's like it's like Trevor Lawrence's mentor now, right? Like, or will be.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like a blonde version, like a blonde Jesus version of Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
He's there.
But we wanted to ask you, so I came across this video where I think I can't remember what platform it was on, but you were like working out and you had the mullet and you were sweating, you were getting after it. And then we saw the same thing from Gardner, and we were like, these two eventually we're going to have to get in the same room, either through Zoom or through in person would be better. But you two guys seem to have the same like appearance energy, like the same.
He's got a lot of swagger with him that I feel like maybe I cut off. When I cut my hair.
Yeah.
He's got the flow going, man. I think I saw him. What college did he go to?
He went to Washington.
Washington. So because he played for
Mike Leach.
Yeah, who is now at Mississippi State. When he played for him, and he went back, and he's like in these jean cutoff shorts and just like could care less. I was like, this guy is just living.
Are you a Jorts guy?
I've got a few pair of Jorts. Yes. I don't know if I'd wear them that comfortably, like out to like a college football game like that. But maybe so. I don't know.
I've grown accustomed to him, and then we got our guy Dale Tanhart as well. He's a new guy that's doing stuff with us. He does a lot of trucks and Xfinity bets.
Yeah.
He was rocking the Jorts at Daytona this past Daytona like all weekend long. I'll wear them every now and then as well.
Yeah,
they definitely fit better with mullet. When you got the longer hair going on, it definitely vibes well.
So that's like I grew up wearing jean short. And actually, I probably have a picture on my phone here. Let me see if I can.
Photos.
I had to get the evidence.
Like, I'm on my PW50 dirt bike, and I've got my Jorts on.
Dude, I'm ready to see this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
that's a classic.
Look at him.
Just like
look out.
Ready to go. So,
the fact that you had that
I was wearing them a long time ago, and
the fact that you had that photo on your phone, that's incredible to me. Like you have that ready to go.
Yeah, it was all the way old photos, but yeah. So I'm a fan of Jorts for sure.
Just not all the time. Like me, like I wear them. Like I wore them in the media room, and I got a lot of weird looks.
Yeah, for sure.
That was I was like, they're like, no fans allowed here. I'm like, I'm in the media, and they're just like, you're not. I'm just like, I don't care. Like I'm out here. Like I go by what's called a we have a lot of reporters out there, and it's not that I'm like making fun of like reporters in like NASCAR, but it's just like I think you're a driver. There's just a lot of the same questions asked. So I'm reporter. I'm a NASCAR reporter, and so I put a little emphasis on it. A different swag, you know what I mean? So that's how I try to come through.
It works too. I mean, obviously, you know, when you see your videos out there, getting your free nachos fry, I mean, I was like, dang, that's slick. I like that. And then obviously I've seen you, you know, continue to get, you know, like you said, deeper and deeper and doing NASCAR stuff, and then seeing you at the track. Makes things a lot more fun when you sit down to do interviews and stuff.
Absolutely, man.
By the way, I've been to that Taco Bell across the track, like, quite a few times, but I was always scared to pull the trigger on the old free nacho fry. I never did.
You should be like, I'm here to claim my nacho fries.
My nacho fries.
Got the poll. It's me,
yeah.
Ricky. That's it. That's
a
it. That's
sponsorship waiting to happen. I'm just going to say.
Dude, I've got people on Twitter now, like designing car. I think I
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was just like, he put,
change the number. Yeah, you were like,
yeah, Justin Haley was at first, and I was like, dude, this is not correct. And he was like, oh, my bad. 47. He got it done. Yeah. I would love, dude, if we can make that happen some way, somehow, we're gonna go out of our way to do that. You know that.
That'd be cool.
So it would be dope. But I want to talk a little bit about dirt cars before we do get into like Bristol. Like, I know that I had asked you a couple of questions. We were talking a little bit about you know, growing up in Mississippi and stuff. You did a lot of dirt racing. I think it's awesome that you still continue to like go out and participate in those races. And it's just good too for like down home fans that don't really maybe not get to go out to NASCAR races and things like that to kind of get to interact and pull around. So we've known, you know, a lot of different things as far as like sprint cars and late models, things like that. And the crates or whatever. And we just saw Austin Dillon win at Bristol. Just got done actually listening to him talk about the dirt that they're using at the track. I know. Did you run the race the other night?
No, I was in I was in Loxley, Alabama racing.
Okay, that's right. I saw you streaming on Facebook because I went on there to watch the link for a little bit. Yeah, that's right. So he was talking a little bit though about how the dirt is different there. There's like more of a fluff that you guys are going to have to be dealing with. And he said that he's got a really good like feel for when the grip is there on the higher line and when it's not. Is that like news to you, or is that something that you've been hearing? Like how have you been able to like translate kind of like your normal dirt game to like this Cup Series race?
Well, yeah. So like, you know, they had the Bristol Dirt Nationals all week, and I watched every night, every day, just trying to kind of see how the track was, you know, progressing, you know, what lines came in, what it did when they kind of reworked the track, things like that. So, and because I grew up racing dirt cars, like I can like watch the track and be like, all right, you know, it's doing this. Like I didn't have to be there racing it to kind of see, you know, what lines were doing what. And, you know, like a lot of dirt tracks around like the North Carolina area, you know, a lot of times they get pretty dusty. And so that top line is kind of like marbles at regular Bristol, where all the rubber, you know, sits up there and you don't really want to get in it. It's really slick. That's kind of how the dirt, the red dirt is. It's got a lot of sand in it. But it seemed to be like the track at Bristol, however they prepped it, you know, the dirt that they got, the mixture, it seems like when it was putting, you know, that dirt on the top of the racetrack, it actually was building up and building a cushion versus just like powder. And so, you know, when that is built up, you can run up against it or up in it and actually gain grip. But if it gets too dried out, well, then it kind of turns back into dust and then it's pretty slick again. So I was paying attention to that all week, you know, just kind of watching and seeing how it was going.
So pardon my French, but a lot of people are like, this is going to be a shit show. Do you think it's going to be a shit show? You
know, on one hand, like, I mean, that's the easiest thing to say, right? Like, oh, it's going to be so bad it's good, or, you know, it's going to be crazy. You know, everybody said that about our Daytona road course last year when none of us had ever raced it. And, you know, a buddy of ours, we have a big group, and we're like, when's the first caution going to be? And I said, first caution is going to be competition caution. They're like, no way y'all make it to the competition caution before a caution comes out. And we made it all the way. Cause like, you know, I feel like these are the best drivers, you know, in the country, and, you know, they adapt, you know, it's not like, you know, they just started racing. Like, yeah, they
Not truck night in America.
Didn't grow up racing dirt cars, but they've got good enough car control and they've watched enough dirt racing that they have a pretty good idea of what to expect. And, you know, a lot of them won't push as hard as they need to until they feel comfortable at the end of the race to, you know, when it matters. So, you know, I think it can be a good show. Like I said, watching the races this week, man, I feel like the track, they did a really good job building it. And I think it's going to be able to race really good for us.
Chase,
okay, so we may need to rethink the strategy.
Yeah, we might need to rethink the strategy. But didn't you say, Chase, there was a lot of movement on Ricky's line? Didn't that happen?
Yeah. So Vegas is stalking you, dude. I don't know. Like you need to check your yard. I don't know if you got a camera system. Because like the you know, the mob's out there, because you went from plus 1,600 to win yesterday to plus 1,200 like this morning. Do you keep up with your odds?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably
because it's going to be illegal for me to gamble on it. So
yeah, no, you can't gamble. You can't.
I don't even look
off
at
limits.
it. So yeah,
that's good. We'll look at it for you. Okay, and we won't tell you until after the race. Then we'll tell you what was up.
I mean, like, I hope some people got in at 1,600, and I hope we can pull through for them. That'd be huge.
Yes. So
I mean, you're usually like plus 3,000. So the fact that you're getting that respect means people are definitely.
I agree. I agree. Plus 3,000 is solid. You know, I mean, right now we're about a 12th place team.
Yeah, getting into that. That was my next question. I mean, thank you for doing that. So, Ricky, I do a lot of we sell premium fantasy sports content. I do a lot of the analytics, and I'm digging into the numbers. It's kind of why Chase brought me on.
Yeah.
And your season you're putting together this year, in my mind, is probably one of the most consistent starts you've ever had. You just, no matter where you're starting, it seems like you're either moving up or staying put. Can you give me, I know there's a million things that you can attribute that to, but can you give me your one or two things? Maybe it's the second COVID season that's why you're doing better. Or maybe you've changed something in your personal routine, or maybe it's a teamwork thing. I don't know. Just give me a few things that you're doing differently.
Yeah, it's really all the above. You know, last year jumping into a new team when there's no practice and things like that was a little bit of an uphill battle. And especially when, you know, we had a little bit of momentum after Daytona, went to Vegas. We ran, you know, 15th, 16th, and then finished third. So we had some good momentum, you know, good race strategy there. And then, you know, honestly, Fontana wasn't that great for us, and Phoenix wasn't much better for us. And then we had a break, you know, but I think everybody kind of thinks about, Daytona and Vegas were really good. Well, then we came back from the break, and, you know, I put us way behind when I pushed way too hard for no reason on the very first lap at Darlington. And, you know, it was either, I think, Crash LaJoy, who was on the outside of me, or, you know, spin myself. And so I was like, well, I don't want to ruin anybody else's day. So kind of locked it down and just was hoping it was going to pay off. And obviously it didn't, but that put us a ways behind, because we didn't learn anything that day. We didn't learn anything the next weekend at Darlington when we came back, because we had issues that we probably would have found if I'd have ran the race the first time. And so, you know, it just really set us back. And then as the season went on, it's like, all right, we got some high points, but then, you know, obviously we had a bunch of low points as well. You know, going to Bristol this weekend, I'm glad Jimmy's not racing. He crashed us both races last year. So that's a positive thing we got going for us. You know, but this offseason, it was just preaching to the guys like, hey, let's make sure that we do all the little things right. You know, I got Coach Fries, a good friend of mine who obviously used to be at Ole Miss and is now at Liberty. And, you know, I talk to him every week. He kind of sends me some videos and things like that just to get kind of focused and ready for the weekend or for a given, you know, group of races. And it's cool. He checks in with me every week and, you know, gets me videos to sit down with the team and just make sure that everybody is thinking about what they can do to be better and just be more consistent, less mistakes. And so far so good. Like I said, I feel like we're a 12th to 15th place car. We're so close to a top 10 car the last 4 weeks. And so, if we can, continue to get that little bit better every week and not make mistakes, execute on Sunday, then, we can turn those, top 15s to top 10s. And that's really what we're looking for. But I just wanted to get off on the right foot. Like you said, it's by far the best start to a season as far as consistency goes that I've ever had. And so just trying to keep that going.
Heck yeah, man. And look, you're here now. Bristol is Sunday, so the energy's coming to you strong. Okay?
No doubt. No doubt.
Pushing the energy.
I feel it. I was in the shop today and sat in the Bristol Dirt car. It felt good. Looks good. I got the visor cam this weekend, so
yeah,
things are looking good.
I love that, dude. So the energy's sent. You win this race. If you win this race on Sunday, you just need like no long spiel. Just look dead eye in the camera and just say, shout out to the guys. And you don't have to say garage guys. You don't have to give us brand awareness. Just shout out to the guys. We'll know what's up.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So I'm holding the faith strong for that one. But dude, yeah, I'm super pumped with how you're running this year, man. It's incredible. And I think that it attributes a lot to like all the people that last year Denny and Kevin had it figured out like so well, dude. Like their team killing it. And it's like when you give people enough time to figure certain things out, they're going to be watching Gabe Hart, they're watching Childers, and they're seeing kind of like how their whole dynamic is. And I knew for a fact, like this year, I feel like a lot of the younger drivers are definitely going to start stepping up a little bit. And when you have that time and there's no practice or qualifying anymore, it's just a game changer. Everybody's going to catch up before long because there's teams right now that are just doing things that like I didn't imagine. Like for one, like your old team, like Roush Fenway, like seeing Busher
rolling good,
run like he's running Newman, dude. Like where'd that come?
I think the biggest thing that attributes to that is we have had no like major rules changes, and so when we know like, hey, this is our car last year, we need to make this, and this better. How are we going to do it? You can go focus on that. You're not having to worry about like, oh, well, this is different and this is different, on the car. Like our rules are the same. And so I think every team is just coming to the track more prepared, and whoever nails it, you can see, and it shows. But also it's kind of cool to see like guys like Truex at Phoenix. I passed him once or twice at the beginning of the race, like he was sitting still, and then all of a sudden they get that thing dialed in, and it's really, really fast. So it's kind of cool to see teams like get better throughout the race, because like normally you practice all weekend, you qualify, and then like the field's kind of set, like you don't see people like come and go, and so it makes for interesting weekends.
I definitely think that like once they made those adjustments, because our guy Hunter does tires for Truex. So he was on last week, and did
he put a special?
He was talking a little bit about. I didn't say that, but he was just telling us about like, because I mean, dude, he was with Penske forever, and like that's where I kind of met him at, was in like Logano's box at some of the races, and he's a seasoned vet like in the pits, and to hear him kind of like break down like how it all worked out, because like I was lucky enough to be able to hit Truex live, like on a live bet, so that was good for my wallet. So getting to do that at the end of the race was cool, but it's just those little things in racing, man. That's why I love NASCAR. That's why I think it's like the best sweat in the world, like when it comes down to like betting and things like that. But just from a sports perspective, like with the way things are now, you could have like the worst car and you go in one time for a competition caution, come out and you rocket ship.
Yeah, no doubt.
Be game changing.
I mean, it's crazy. The weather can change and your car can be different, and it's just crazy.
Exactly. So before we let you go, man, like this has been awesome. It's been good to finally get to do this. And I'm sure that like now moving forward, got a little bit better contact. I know me, you could probably, I'll still be seeing you, Kim K peeking behind the bushes, tweeting stuff, just being goofy as it goes. The world probably wants to know this. I want to know this because like, since I've been a NASCAR fan, it's just been there. It's just been something with you. It's been around. What are your thoughts on the Wrecky Stenhouse nickname?
I don't really like it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't really like it, mainly because like when I go back and look at a lot of our issues and some of our crashes, a lot of them are like, hey, I blew a tire, or very rarely do I crash somebody else. And so like, yeah, I can crash myself or blow a tire and we have our issues. But as far as like Jimmy crashed us twice last year, like I normally don't do that. But like when you do crash Kyle Busch, like you have a lot of fans that are pumped, but like it happened at Daytona and then he gets out and runs his mouth. Well, then everybody just jumps on board because it's Kyle and then they all hate me. So, it's part of it. But I feel like hopefully, this year we can keep doing what we're doing and, then they can be like, I guess we can't say that anymore.
I feel like
we're gonna cancel that.
Yeah, we're gonna cancel it for you.
Yeah,
cancel culture strong right now
these days. Like, I don't know why we can't cancel that.
Yeah, we can do that. We can start working on that. I think mainly it's more about how it rolls off the tongue than you actually wrecking people. I think it's just become a convenient thing.
It just rolls pretty good. I agree with that. And
it's your energy too, man. Like, I mean, like the thing that I love about you the most is that like you're relatable in a way where like I'm a gung ho type dude. Like I'm out here, I'm risk it for the biscuit type of person.
Yeah.
And you give that vibe. So I mean, like I can see where like maybe like that as a factor to it, because like you're talking about Darlington, you just balls to the wall. Just let's go.
Like I'm just ready to go.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that about you.
I'm ready to go, but then also like you asked me what I think about it. I honestly don't care. Like it's weird. Like I am so laid back outside of the car, like chill as can be.
Nice.
But like when I get in the car, it's like, oh wow, like it's a totally different person. Like he likes to be on the edge all the time. And that's the way I drive. That's the way I've always driven. But like outside, I've always been like super chill.
Right. Yeah, I can tell that now too, for sure. Yeah, dude, the competitive nature's there. And I mean, you got to have it in this sport, and you've had it your whole life, obviously. I mean, little kid on the dirt bike.
Yeah. I'm just going to send it at all times.
It's an awesome thing. Well, dude, we're going to be, unless you got anything else, Drew?
No, I appreciate you being so transparent. It was awesome to hear things like the Hugh Freeze tidbit. Thought that was so cool that you talked to him.
Oh yeah, every week, man. He, the reason why I called him is because, like a lot of our issues last year, I wouldn't say a lot of our issues, some of our issues that we had, like we would have fast cars and I would make a mistake, speed on pit road, or, do something that causes us not to, get the finish that we should have. And so I've been in locker rooms with coach and I'm like, when he gets done speaking to the team, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go play. Like, and I'm just there hanging out. But I was like, coach, how do you like keep these kids motivated? Like there's so much going on around them, but you keep the whole team motivated. And obviously what he did at Liberty over the last 3 seasons is really amazing. And so I called him and I was like, hey, can you help me? Like, get me focused, make sure that, I'm doing all the things right, when I'm not at the track, to make sure that, we're prepared, especially as a team. And so, like just chatting with him and him sending me stuff, and he's always checking in, and he watches all the races anyway. So it works out pretty cool. That's awesome.
You need extra like hype men sometimes?
I might. Yeah.
All right, we're those guys now.
Yeah,
we've hired ourselves.
Yeah, love it.
We're here. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Ricky, thanks so much for hopping on here, man. We appreciate it. Already a favorite of the show. You're here, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, look forward to doing another one.
Yeah, dude, for sure, man. And go crush it, man. Just you kick ass on Sunday.
Bristol, ready.
Bristol, baby. All right, that's it for Garage Talk, guys. We'll be back. See you soon.